So I'm waiting for my water to fill up here for my duck pond, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about broody hens and whether it's a good way or not to sustain your flock. I've tried both. I've done incubator chicks with my own with eggs from my own flock, and then I've also just let the chickens sit on the eggs. So I haven't had great successes with the broody hens. Usually they'll just hatch out 1 or 2 for me, and I think that's because my broody hens are always kind of by themselves, and the ones that aren't, they just sit on all the other chickens' eggs, and I need to collect those eggs. So the broody hens that are in with the flock don't get their own space, and they don't have their own eggs. So I've only gotten 1 or 2 chicks hatched by a broody hen at a time. However, the good news is with the broody chicks, the broody hens, is they're very self-reliant. I don't have to feed them. They find their own food. Usually they don't go broody in the winter, it's in the summer, so there's plenty of food out there for them if they're willing to scratch around. So I don't have to feed them, and then when they do hatch their chick out, I don't have to feed the chick, and I don't have to take care of the chick. They do that all by themselves. So if that chick, for example, we had one hatch out the other day. Here's a little broody chick that hatched a couple days ago. If that chick is a hen, then she'll grow up to be probably another broody hen because she learned it from her mom. And I won't have to feed her a whole lot because she'll be more likely to separate herself, and so she'll take care of herself, she'll take care of her chick, and then when she's not broody, if I can find the eggs, then those are completely free eggs to me because I'm not feeding that chicken. Bad news about broody hens are, first of all, if she hatches out a rooster, then that rooster's probably no good. Most of my broody hens are the bantams, the little small birds, so they're going to hatch out a small rooster if it's their own egg that they're sitting on. And a small rooster isn't really good for breeding or butchering. As far as incubating eggs go, the good thing about that is you can do a lot of eggs at one time. I know people do have broody hens that sit on a lot of eggs. I haven't figured out how to do that. I've tried putting eggs underneath a broody hen, but then sometimes she rejects them, and I'm probably just doing it wrong, but so that's a good thing about incubation though, is you can do however many eggs you want. Now that's a good system if you get a lot of hens. Again, if you get a lot of roosters, what are you supposed to do with those roosters? Some of them might be good for butchering, but I figured the cost of raising a rooster to maturity, and it's more than you can buy chicken at the store for. So, and you have to do the butchering yourself. Now, if you pay someone to do the butchering, roosters just aren't worth it. The downsides of incubation are that you have to take care of all those chicks yourself. And you have to feed those chicks and keep them safe. And they're just not as hardy as the broody hen chicks. And it's a lot of work and it's a lot of time. And again, after you calculate the cost of feed to raise those chicks, they get to be really expensive, even the hens. And the roosters, like I said, are just totally not worth it at all. So if you have a broody hen that hatches out a rooster, big deal, you might have to butcher it and you won't get a lot of meat, but you're not out any money. And if you incubate a rooster, then you're out money, and that's not a great way to run a hobby farm, because who wants to pay for an animal you don't want to keep? Then your last option is the non-sustainable option of just buying either your chickens full grown or buying chicks and then raising them to maturity. I think if you buy the chicks and raise them to maturity, not only are you paying for the feed like you would for an incubated chick, but you're paying for the chick itself. So that's not something I really am interested in. But if you buy the chicken fully grown, or if someone gives it to you fully grown, then you don't have to pay for all that chick feed and you don't have to watch after it. And that's probably the way I would go. I'm thinking, or maybe buying pullets or older birds. That's what I would do if I didn't have enough chickens sustained by broody hens. At this point in time, like, there's only 2 of us, 2.5 of us counting the baby, so we don't need a whole lot of chickens, and I think just buying them full grown is sustainable-ish. If we needed more chickens, I'd probably go the incubation route. Maybe, unless I figured out how to do the broody hens on a larger scale. So that's what I've got to say about sustainable chickens and sustainable chicken flocks. If you have any ideas how I can do my broody hens better, or any other ideas, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more videos on frugal, sustainable hobby farming and being thrifty and all that other good stuff. So I'll see you guys later.